alleged rape of a 7-year-old CweCwe sparks outrage. So, the 7-year-old has sparked outrage. She was allegedly attacked on the school premises while waiting for her transport. Bergview College has come under fire for the poor handling of the case. So, what I want to do here, because it's a very sensitive matter, and the media has came out and said, this child is still young, so be careful on what you say and what you comment. But she is receiving good care, from the professionals. But with me, I have, the media statements, both from the Department of Education and also from AfriForum, because AfriForum is representing the principal of Bergview College. But now, people have came forward and they're asking for answers, right? So, the media released a statement that I have for you right here. Is from the Eastern Cape Department of Education, released on the 28th of March. So it reads as follows: the Eastern Cape Education Department to deregister Bergview College in Alfred Nzo West District. The Eastern Cape Department of Education has issued a notice with the intention to deregister Bergview College, an independent school located in the Alfred Nzo West Education District. One of the conditions for the registration of independent schools is that they must provide a safe and secure schooling environment. The rape case involving a 7-year-old learner at the school and the current investigation and the handling of the matter by Bergview College has violated the conditions regarding the safety of learners. A rape case was opened in October 2024. To this date, the matter has not yet made progress. The delays are attributed to the school management. The department is concerned with the conduct of the school principal in relation to his apparent refusal to cooperate with the South African Police Services. So, they say the department views the case in a serious light and sought to take action in the interest of all learners at school. The department has therefore taken a decision to withdraw the registration of Bergview College as a school in the province. The department officials visited the schools this morning to deliver the letter. The school representatives received the letter and signed to acknowledge a receipt. This decision becomes effective within 24 hours. The department will commence the process of placing the learners from Bergview College and other schools in the area. The department remains committed to safety and well-being of learners in all schools. The department will work with all stakeholders to ensure that the safety of children becomes priority. And speaking of safety, it's something that a lot of people, when they posted their comments, they were speaking that schools a place where children need to feel safe.
True.
And also churches. They also brought this case of where people, were held hostages. They always get robbed at churches because now it speaks to how now the society is becoming damaged. Right? So if we're going to get people who kids should be going to when they need help are doing these things, it's a very, very huge problem.
It's sad. It's sad. And in my opinion, this case highlights the need for greater accountability and transparency in our schools. It's unacceptable that a child can be sexually assaulted on school premises and that the school administration can fail to take immediate effect. The deregistration of Bergview College by the Eastern Cape Department of Education is indeed a step in the right direction. But more needs to be done, man, to ensure that our children are safe and protected. Ultimately, justice must be served in this case, and those responsible must be held accountable. The public's outrage and demands for justice are a testament to the fact that we, as a society, will not tolerate such heinous crimes against our children. We are a community and society that protects our children, right? We are deep in the middle. We are right at the end, actually, of Human Rights Month. And whose rights needs more protection other than children? People who cannot advocate, speak up for themselves. It's us as the society, as the community, as the adults to protect and serve them. as the future, as children.
Yeah.
And CweCwe, it's hashtag justice for CweCwe, for in my case, and for anybody who feels very deeply disturbed by the story, and how certain groups in society feel the need to still discuss and try and speak around or explain away this crime. Who is going to protect your children tomorrow when something like this arises, if you are going to speak around and not, speak up for against such heinous crimes?
Yeah. So you might be asking yourself, or what is the justice for CweCwe? So last year on the 7th, around October 2024, a girl a child, who is a 7-year-old, but is going to be turning 8 years this year, September. So the mother said the child was waiting for transport driver. So the transport driver was running late, right? So while the transport driver is running late, the guy who is, responsible for doing the, school works, grounds and everything, just working around the schoolyard, he asked the little girl to come and help him to sweep, the classes or the field around the school. So what happened was, while the child was doing that, she felt dizzy, and then she woke up. When they woke her up, they told her the transport is outside.
Yes,
right. And then she went home. When she gets home, the parents realizes that no, the child is not okay. She's not normal, right? And
she seems like disorientated, and
she is not normal. And then they took matters to go and see the doctor. While they are right there, giving the child some, diagnosing the child on what is happening. So the doctor was like, so let us try to see what is happening with her. And then they opened her up. After undressing her, now the doctor confirmed that your child was penetrated twice. So that is where the mother was like, you know what, we need to take this matter into, the justice system. So right now, the Bergview College principal, some of the people who don't know. So the driver gave his DNA samples. The gardener who's working at the school gave the DNA samples, but the principal is the only person who is refusing till today to give his DNA samples. So they want to see if they match, with the ones that they found on the child. So right here on my screen, I'm just going to share, a tweet I just got. So below is the principal of Bergview College, who refused to provide his DNA samples after a 7-year-old kid was raped. He is the same principal who tried to convince CweCwe's mother not to spread rumors, arguing that it would tarnish the school's image. Now, the question a lot of people are asking themselves is, why is he so nonchalant about the whole situation? Is he really as innocent as he claims to be in this case? So as you can see, this is the principal of, the Bergview College. But now, in another, pressing matter is that AfriForum has came forward to represent the principal, right? So obviously it sparks a lot of conversations. It sparks a lot of controversial around this matter. So here, of course, we have, a full letter from, the Bergview College, but it's something that we're not going to go through. If you want to go through it, you can just look, for the hashtag, hashtag justice for CweCwe. That is where you're going to find, a lot of information that you need. So I'm just going to go through a few paragraphs on what, the school said right here on the letter. So the letter was released on the 30th of March 2025. So, dear parents and guardians, I trust this message finds you well. On the morning of the 28th March 2025, Bergview College received notification from the MEC for Education of Eastern Cape Province that he has decided to withdraw the registration of Bergview School as an independent school, and that his decision becomes effective within 24 hours. And a aforesaid notification from the MEC has come as a shock to our schooling community without any prior warning or indication that such a decision might be made. The school has taken urgent legal advice, and we have been advised that the MEC does not have the authority or power to withdraw the registration of our school as he has purported to do. His purported decision is illegal and invalid and does not comply in any way with the prescripts of the South African Schools Act or Eastern Cape legislation relating to the registration or deregistration of independent schools. So that's where we are on the matter.
Yeah.
And the investigation are still going on. And if an update comes, we will definitely let you know, because this child deserves, some justice right here. Because we're speaking about how our justice system has failed a lot of people. And now people are coming forward. South African citizens are coming forward. And, they've flooded the streets yesterday. We've seen some of them right there in Eastern Cape,
yes,
going to their offices and demanding justice for this kid, because you will never know how many kids will go through this. So if this is going to be, if on this case justice will be served, definitely we're not going to see cases like these ones.
We may, but it means that we will get accountability and that justice will always prevail. I just want to urge everybody listening and watching right now that as we demand justice for CweCwe, let's not forget, and obviously in light of Human Rights Month, and as we are ending Human Rights Month, as we demand justice for CweCwe, let's not forget that the measure of a society's greatness lies not in its ability to punish the guilty, but in its capacity to protect the innocent and prevent such atrocities from happening in the first place. So my question for you, viewers and listeners of the Vuga Breakfast Show is, what systematic changes can we implement to ensure that our schools and communities become safe havens for children where they can thrive and grow without fear of harm? Share your thoughts and your opinions using the hashtag Vuga Breakfast Show. And let's see, what you think about what we and just shared here on this topical discussion right here on the table on the Vuga Breakfast Show. I want to hear what you think. And of course, your opinions matter. So yeah, let us know.
Yeah, in conclusion, the department remains committed to the safety and well-being of learners in all schools. The department will work with all stakeholders to ensure that the safety of children becomes a priority.